Hello everybody, this is Sydney Gamer as part of Folly for Gaming, and welcome to my first Let's Play of the channel, Kingdom Hearts. It's probably my favorite game of all time, just throwing it out there. Anyway though, two modes of this game first off, normal and expert. Normal is, well, normal. And expert basically gives double damage for all enemies hitting you, but rare drops are doubled. Anyway though, while nothing much is really going on screen right now other than the intro, I'll go through my nostalgia with this game. What can I say? Favorite game of all time. It's probably the most well-crafted game in the series, which is kind of sad that it's the first one out. Also, Kingdom Hearts has a really convoluted story, so after I'm done uploading Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, and 2, I'll probably give a plot synopsis of all the little games, and then just post a massive overview.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately.
I played this game mostly when I was like 4-ish with my brother's copy, but then around 6 I got my own because it was such a great game. And that was when I officially had the game and was able to play it for my many years to come, and I'm still playing it now. Also, just a fair warning, you'll have no clue what's going on in this trailer. I think it was just to make J-pop be cool with Kingdom Hearts and make it fit in. Anyway though, yeah. This game, I don't know if I will die all that much. Hopefully not. I mean, as much as I'm good at the game and know it like the back of my hand, I'm not an expert and know like every single chest, but I can play through it pretty easily. Plus, just a fair warning, if you see me just kind of running around like a doofus, just dodge rolling, when before I have like a clear shot on the enemy and stuff like that, it's because the way I have my recorder set up, the TV sort of blinks every so often, and at that point I'm just like dodge roll, dodge roll, dodge roll, don't get hit. So I'm imagining some fights later on in the game are going to be a massive pain in the ass when it comes to that. But yeah, falling right now. I can't tell we're ascending or descending at this point. So yeah, the main character, as we've been seeing falling a whole bunch, is Sora, and the girl right there is Kairi. I'm not sure if third character was on screen because honestly I was just sort of ranting, but I'll bring him up if he comes up. Anyway though, yeah, I'm pretty good at this game, so we should have a mostly fail-less run. But then again, some fail is always a little fun for a Let's Player, so might die once or twice. I'm not saying I'll purposely die, but I'm just saying it might happen, and I'll just kind of play it off like, oh well. Also, I'm probably not going to be doing too much editing unless I keep dying repeatedly, but for the most part, I'm just going to be going through. And my mode of play as of part 5, which is how far I've gotten so far, is that I will be showing everything on screen. Like, if like a group of Heartless shows up, a whole bunch of groups, I'll fight them, but I'm not going to be like grinding on screen. That I will do off screen, and later side quests I might do a little bit of off screen, because that I can just show where stuff was in the next episode and get like a massive side quest recap. Anyway though, right about here, I may as well get into the game because the FMV is just about to end. In one moment, my Skype friends are bothering me. There we go, okay. Anyway, here is where the gameplay begins, and as you can see, there's a massive shift between the FMV and the actual gameplay. This is what most of the game will actually look like, the Sora model there, or something like that. That's generally how it'll work. Also, I am playing off a normal PS2, so there won't be any, like, mouses or anything on the video. Anyway, oh boy, I can step forward on a controller that has analog sticks and one's movement. No wonder what I do. I think I should press the X button to move forward. Anyway though, this point is actually very important to the game because depending on what you pick first and second depends your abilities and your overall stats. Now, if you're playing on expert mode, you generally want high defense and high offense. Plus, AP is always useful. So the best route, at least in my opinion, is to grab the shield first, and then sacrifice the sword, which gives you a solid 4 in every stat, which is pretty good. Plus, you have 3 AP, so you don't have 3 magic, which is kind of disappointing, but you can't really you can't really mess with that. Anyway, the way the abilities work is depending on which one you pick first is what ability tree you'll generally get. If you pick the sword first, you'll generally get a lot of flashy attacks and combo pluses and ways to move around while attacking. With the magic, you generally get things like helping you regain magic, making magic more powerful, and general things to, like, I guess, divide and conquer the enemy. But with the shield, if you pick that, you will be able to get most items getting abilities, and you also have more defenses and abilities that enhance that. So honestly, I find that the defensive shield is much more important to go for, especially when you're playing on the expert mode. Anyway, though, I'm not sure if this... Okay, no, it's not here. Anyway, here's basically where the game shows you your basic battling. Basically, the X button is attack, the circle button is jump, square doesn't do much, and triangle gets party members that you'll later get to home into enemies, and R1 locks on. The two bottom shoulder buttons, like, or left trigger and right trigger, make the camera move. The right analog stick, as well as the D-pad, can also shift through your command menu to get through magic items and attacking and such. Anyway, there is your magic and health. The magic is blue, the health is green. It's not much more self-explanatory than that. Anyway, here's where the game introduces you to combat, which, honestly, the only reason I'm getting hurt a little bit here is because I'm a bit rusty on the game at this point. I hadn't really done a test playthrough because I was kind of confident that I can just kind of walk in and kind of have a easy time, which, to be fair, I did start getting into it around but when you get to the first world of the game, not counting this, because this really doesn't count at all. Anyway, here's where it tries to introduce you to locking on. Honestly, there's really no reason to. I mean, no reason to talk about it again, since I definitely need to lock on in this game. Because in most cases, I do generally use the normal, just auto-homing that they have. But in some cases, you'll have a Heartless right in front of you. By the way, that's what the shadows here are called. And Heartless are basically the main enemies. But sometimes I'll be just fighting a group of shadows, and one's right in front of me that I'm trying to hit, and the auto-aim goes to the one behind me so that I can't hit it, and then I get a hit off. I mean, I know I could just use the lock-on, but sometimes it just gets inconvenient to constantly toggle between foes. Anyway, meanwhile, in the Fortress of Doom, or the Epiphany of Darkness, or this Disney princess, which I will assume is a Disney princess. Is it? Oh no, this is the one pillar that actually isn't like a Disney princess. Okay, this is where the game tells you that the bottom one is just going to be your all-round, like in your command deck, your all-round sightseer, I guess. I don't know. Like, it can be used to open chests, can be used to lift things, throw things, talking is just normal A button, but like, examining. Yeah, that whole thing. That's basically what the bottom one does. It's not all that important in Kingdom Hearts 1, and in most cases you probably won't be using it. Though, speaking of chests, one annoying thing I really hate about this game sometimes is that you can't open chests while in battle. Now, while that sounds fine and dandy, there are a few worlds in this game where there are a lot of chests in one area, and there's just a gauntlet of Heartless. And at that point, you're either OP, or you just really don't want to fight anything because you've been fighting for so long that you just like, I want to open this chest, but it won't let me unless I go on for 3 years of battling. Then again, that's only where I just use Thunder, which will be getting magic later. Anyway, be prepared for your vision to die. I know I said that about 10 seconds late, but, spoiler warning. Anyway, here is where you get to choose your leveling up pace. If you choose the top 3, you'll get to level up early, up to level 50, and then you level up late. You choose the middle 3, you'll level up constantly throughout the entire game, as in just like medium, it's not fast or slower at any point. You choose the bottom 3, you level up late first, but then quickly later. Now in normal mode, I would suggest you go with the last, picking the 3, all of the last ones, because the later game is harder in normal. But in expert, the beginning of the game is probably the hardest part, so you want to level up early in the beginning, and trust me, that will help you a lot. Now, until recently, I actually didn't know about this, so I just picked my own answers, and in most cases, I think it did start at, like, night? No, I think it started at midnight. But yeah, a lot of people like to speculate just about the text that's going on around, is actually spoken to you by the main antagonist of the entire series up to the 3rd game. Well, 3rd isn't sequel to 2, but, you know, the timeline of Kingdom Hearts is weird, and I'll, again, release videos about that. But, yeah, a lot of people like to say that because evidence matches up with a boss in the final mix version, which I'll get into now that there's really nothing important going on other than a battle and a save point, which will be coming up. But, yeah, final mix is that with Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and Birth by Sleep, the prequel game on the PlayStation Portable, that you'll go on, it'll go in Japan, and they'll come to America, and we'll get some extra stuff, and we're like, yeah, Japan, we got extra stuff. And then a week after the release date in English and America, Japan will go, oh, well then, you have more stuff than us. So what they would do is that they would take all the stuff from our version and make extra, hence why it's called Final Mix. But there is a final mixed boss with the final boss of Kingdom Hearts 2, or at least it's very, very heavily implied to be. And it has the same text as some of the beginning text here. So it's implied that if you get into the overall plot of Kingdom Hearts, it does, basically, spoiler alert if you don't want to spoil this, pause now and in a good 20 seconds, pause back. So spoiler in 3, 2, 1. The final boss of the entire series, up to 2, has been basically baiting Sora into helping him the entire time, so they think that that's why he might be talking to you in the prologue, telling you how to be a warrior, and then how to actually exact his plans. Anyway though, spoiler, over. Anyway though, yeah. Here we are, and I don't understand the rainbow stairs. The rainbow stairs confuse me. But anyway, here we're going up to our first tutorial boss battle. And hello, my cat, what are you doing here? Oh yeah, except for being my cat. Anyway though, yeah, here's Belle. I don't understand why they put her as the first, like, pedestal to fight the first boss. But speaking of the first boss, the way it works is that his weak spot is his hands and his head. Now the thing is that you want to go for the head, because every time you hit a full combo on the head, you get tech points, which are basically experience points, but for doing special techniques like blocking enemy attacks, rebuttal, like hitting them back, or stopping an enemy attack with your own attack. Basically, that's the best way to fight this boss. In this case, what you want to do is that, well yeah, here's the first real picture of the boss, and I'll explain his attacks as they go along. So yeah, this is Darkseid, that's his official name, and he fights you a lot in this game. I think you fight him a total of 3-4 times. But yeah, the first thing he does is basically a massive falcon punch that leaves his arm in the ground, and they want you to hit his arm, but what you can do, which I'm going to show, at least I think, okay, I messed up a little bit on the first one, because again, I was just getting my groove back. But yeah, as you saw, it's Tech 2, or TT2. Now, what that attack does, he basically falcon punches in the ground, leaving him a chance to attack his hands and or head, which you want to go for the head, and spawns a whole bunch of little group shadows. Then what he does is that he ducks down on the floor and starts sending out dark pulses out of his heart. What you want to do here is actually hit the beams back at him, because not only are you getting a tech point for hitting the beam, but 2 for each time you hit him in the head. So as you see, we leveled up just from getting tech points within the boss and fighting the shadows. And then those are his only 2 attacks in this form of Darkseid. So once again, he just repeats the Falcon Punch, which you go on his hand for, hit the head, kill the shadows, and then you do the, like, orb thing. That's really all you have to worry about. This boss is not hard at all. This is just the introductory boss that tells you these are the kind of monsters and bosses that you'll be facing. So, here you go. Here's your tutorial. Also, while watching this, I forgot to mention, yeah, whichever thing you pick up, whether it's your shield, sword, or staff, is the weapon you'll be using in this area of the boss fight, like, or just this area. So, you know, after watching it, it is amazing how hilarious it is to see Sora just hold a shield and smack the thing in the face. It really doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes more sense with the staff or the sword, and I normally pick the sword. And yeah, here's one of those moments where my TV jerked out. Yeah, you see, we got another level up, because A, we're leveling up early, B, tech points for to win. Anyway, here is where we inevitably die. So, oh no, my shield. Oh no, the Falcon Punch. Oh god. And game over, yeah. okay, well, I hope you enjoyed my Let's Play. It was very nice to be here, and see you next time on Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. No, I'm just joking with you guys. This game is long and great. And there was no need to say that though, but yeah, game over, yeah, at least for now. And then we find out that after this monologuing text to our swords being engulfed by the darkness, that 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and after a short loading time, it was all just a dream. Of course. And we wake up staring at the bright sky into the ocean on a beach with fully 2D background clouds. And we see a sort of jungly area behind us. So yeah, here's Kyrie waking us up. And just saying, I can't hear the music or like cutscene stuff because the way my mic works, it just lets me put in my voice. I don't know if that's how all of it works.
No, this huge black thing swallowed me up.
But I mean,
I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Ow.
Are you still dreaming?
Also,
It wasn't
Kyra's
a dream.
the coolest in Kingdom Hearts 1. I
Or
remember when I
was it?
saw our new characters
I
on
don't
Kingdom Hearts
know.
2, I was like, what is this?
What was
What
that
have
place?
I done?
So bizarre.
What? No!
Yes, sure.
But yeah, this version of Kyrie is cool. Then
Say,
again, that's
Kyrie,
probably just my nostalgia
what
of
was your
Kingdom Hearts
hometown
1
like?
going and
You
saying,
know, where you grew up?
why does this happen
I've
to
told you
me?
before. I don't remember.
Although, yeah,
Nothing
here's
at all?
implying that Kyrie's from a different
Nothing.
world and she just
You ever wanna
somehow
go back?
got here. We'll get into that when
well,
the backstory is actually
happy
explained
here.
about 3/4 through the game.
Really?
Also, those
But
shoes
you know,
seem really impractical. Just saying.
I wouldn't mind going to see it.
And
I'd
Sora,
like to see
how
it
do you
too.
bend your legs like
Along
that?
with
I
any other
can't
worlds out
do
there.
that.
I want to
Sora.
see them all.
Like, Sora.
So what are we waiting for?
Okay, though.
Hey!
So, yeah, here's Riku.
Aren't you guys
He's,
forgetting about me?
Basically, the third protagonist of the game.
So,
well, yeah, I'll
I
just
guess I'm
leave
the
that
only
third
one working on the
protagonist.
raft.
Anyway, here's... Yeah, he just kind of
You're
throws
just
a
as
log at
lazy
Sora.
as he
It's
is.
kind of really mean.
So you noticed.
Pretty sure
Okay,
if I just
we'll
woke up
finish
from a
it
nap and my
together.
friend threw a
I'll
log
race
at
you.
my face, I
What?
wouldn't
Are you
really
kidding?
like him much, but I guess Sora's
Ready?
just kind of really
Go!
innocent. Anyway, suddenly race in slow-mo. Sora, yep, Kyrie's gonna win. I don't know about you guys, but Kyrie's gonna win that race. I'm pretty sure it's obvious at this point. I mean, look at that exponential lead she has on Sora. Alright, though, after a short Kingdom Hearts panel coming in, we find out that this world is called... Give it a moment, give it a moment, give it a moment, give it a moment. Destiny Island! The hub of Kingdom Hearts. Well, not the hub, but the starting world of Kingdom Hearts 1. Anyway, for the first world of the game, we have a special segment called Fetch Quest. Anyway, we need to find 2 logs, cloth, and a rope. Now, I'm gonna show off all the fights you can have against the Final Fantasy characters here, aka being Titus, Waka, and Selphie. First log, literally impossible to miss. Then you can walk over to Waka, and I'll explain his battle strategy in a moment. Which by that I mean he throws a blitz ball at you,
what's
you whack it
happening,
back at him,
man?
he's stunned. Rinse and repeat until he does the super shot, which you can either
Show
avoid
me your
or
stuff!
just hit back at him, like usual. Next up is Selphie. She just uses gonna use the jump rope. She's actually kind of annoying if you don't know how to fight her. She's kind of crafty. So yeah. Anyway, Waka, yeah, hitting the ball back is an experience, so you always want to do that because hey, you can never complain about experience. So yeah,
man,
just beating up
really
Waka.
hurt.
Oh, he's dead. Waka dead. Anyway though, here we go to Selphie, who we're also going to beat the crap out of. Anyway though, the
The
cloth
freeze feels
is,
great.
if you see behind, there's a little area where you can go to
Okay,
a
don't go
ladder
back.
or some stairs up the stairway in a little cave. There's a cloth near Titus. It's the rope, so I'm gonna grab the rope when I fight him. And obviously near Riku on a Tapu tree, if you can see in a few frames. That yeah, he's there and the log's there. And yeah, see, selfie's giving me more of a problem than walk it is. It's honestly really dumb, but don't worry, I don't die here. I'm not that bad at the game. Just the beginning of expert mode might be sort of cumbersome, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, I can't believe I lost.
Oh, I beat up Selfie? Yep, having fun with that. Anyway, I grabbed the rope first, I believe. Oh, nope, grabbing the cloth. I just remembered where it was at that point, I think, because, yeah, just in case you didn't know, this is post-commentary, if it wasn't obvious enough. Otherwise, I'd be giving more us. Like, oh god, things are happening right now. But as of right now, I do not have a way of capturing my voice in live commentary. So, anyway, now to grab the rope from Titus, when we proceed to smack him around a bit. Anyway, come here, Titus. Come here. I'm gonna fight you after I collect this rope. Yeah, he's just kind of repeatedly hitting.
Sora,
So what I like is that he's actually sort of using like the attack animation he has in Final Fantasy X. So just saying, the characters are all like made more young in this game, while Titus was like 20 and Wako was like 25 to 30 in the original game. They can't be much more than 13 to 15 in this game, while Selfie's 5 and like 9 or 10 in this game. So yeah, Titus's main strategy is that he likes to go behind you, so that's why you don't want to give him a chance, but he'll generally try and hit you, which you can actually get tech points from in most cases, unless he does one specific attack. But yeah, he'll do that, and then he'll try and keep going behind you, but thankfully for the most part I just got him into an infinite combo loop. Now inside that shack is a whole other area where you go through that door. It has a save point in it, but to save time, I just sort of jump on the roof like a boss. Anyway, here I'm going to get the log and show off the fight with Riku, who is most certainly the most challenging fighter of the 4 kids that you can fight here. Not the TV network that censors everything. But yeah, Riku's main strategy is to just kind of hit you around a little bit, but his main, like, hard hitter, well, he taunts and does counterattacks and such. But what he'll do is that, yeah, after 4 to 5 hits, he'll get back on his legs and kick up for major damage. Like, it can kill you in 3 hits on expert mode. That's how devastating it is. That's why you always want to be sure, like, you do a 1 combo, and then you, like, hit him once, see if he does it, hit him twice, see, and then hit him again, see if he does it. But yeah, after you do a combo, you obviously see, check him once, check him twice, and he does it. He never really does it more than 5 hits. I've never seen him do it on the 6th hit.
Still don't got it.
It's either 4th or 5th. I mean, for the most part, he's not actually that challenging, because you can either counterattack him, or he just kind of hops around. That's the main difficulty. Basically, that little kick that he does that's really hard. Now, there's a little Sora vs. Riku score streak thing that I was told about when I was younger, and the thing that mostly killed me was the fact that if you fall off this island, you count as a loss, but if Riku, there's an invisible wall for him. So I always kind of found that cheap, but okay. And yeah, I got hit by that, and you see how much health that took down? For an unexperienced player, that can be devastating, and I am sorry for your ears bleeding momentarily right now.
Still don't got it.
I can't hear it, which makes me happy, but I know just how loud that siren is. Plus, I don't know if I'm lowering the game audio a little bit later, but I'll try to make it as annoying, or as unannoying, bleh, as not, can't speak, just as unannoying. I don't care if that's a word, not annoying as possible. Anyway, fully restored back to health, and you get a potion. Figure I'll go back to Kairi, and she gives me a high potion, which is nice. Anyway, Destiny Islands is pretty much split up into 3 segments. This video here is going to basically end at the beginning of the 2nd segment, and here Sora, Riku, and Kairi to sort of talk about how they're going to go try and venture to different worlds.
Kairi's home
Riku's
is out there
talking all,
somewhere,
like,
right?
into it. Sora's kind of like, yeah, that'd be cool, and Kairi's just kind of like, giggle,
We'll never
giggle,
know
I'm
by
the
staying
female
here.
protagonist. Or the
But how
damsel
far
in
could a raft
distress.
take
I
us?
don't even know anymore.
Who knows?
But yeah, honestly, I just thought
If
Riku
we have
was
to,
awesome. And I
think
mean,
of
I
something
still
else.
think it, but
So,
he was most awesome in the
suppose
first
you
game.
get to
Then
another
again, I think
world.
I have too much nostalgia for the first game to
What
have
would
an
you do
accurate
there?
opinion on the rest of the series. I mean, I still love the series, but Kingdom Hearts 1 is beautiful.
I haven't really thought about it.
Beautiful, as Game Grumps
It's just,
would say. Or
I've always wondered why we're here on this island. If there are any other worlds out there. Why did we end up on this one?
Boy, oy, oy.
And suppose there are other worlds.
Metaphors, venturing.
Then ours is just a little piece of something much greater.
Speck in the flower.
So,
of
we could have just as easily ended up somewhere else,
that
right?
Reference, it was Horton Hears a Who.
I don't know.
Which actually wasn't that bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
why we need to go out there and find out.
Yeah, we need to go out and find out the world.
Just sitting here
and
won't change a
Kyrie's
thing.
just kind of like, you're a silly
same old
boy.
stuff.
And so it's kind of like, I'm oblivious to everything.
You've been thinking a lot lately.
Riku's just kind of a deep thinker, and I just realized
thanks to
he's
you.
only 15. He has a ridiculous amount of muscle mass.
I probably would have never thought of any of this.
Sora's the main hero. He has like no
thanks.
muscle mass whatsoever. It's kind of odd in my opinion, but oh well. Alright, though, here Riku just sort of taunts Sora. I mean, honestly, these cutscenes are really self-explanatory. I'll say I'm much better with a dual commentator.
Didn't you?
I mean, just think of Hellfire Comms in their Kingdom Hearts playthrough, which is more than likely better than mine.
If two people share one,
but
their
either
destinies
way,
become intertwined.
They feed off each other.
They'll remain a part of each other's lives, no matter what.
My basic commentary option
I know you want to try it.
What are you
talk over everything and talk about what's going on screen if I can't think of witty dialogue, which I really haven't been able to think of at all. Either that or go nostalgia ranting, which always helps. Anyway, Kyrie's just sort of walking and Riku, you're gonna catch her, oh my god. Anyway though, in case you didn't notice, this game is made by SquareSoft at this point, and Disney. So, here's the Disney part of the game, or at least the first introduction to Disney. And Mage Hat, I wonder what, oh, it's Donald Duck. I wonder what Donald Duck could be. I don't think he could be a mage with his Mage Hat. But though, look at this giant door. Well, too bad, stuck forever. No way you're gonna be able to get in. Nope, no way. And you're not, like, what is the practicality of this? It's a mini door inside a door. What's the point of guarding something important or being in a throne room if you can just knock down the smaller segment of the big door? And if the case is that it only breaks when you knock, it's like, okay, so I'm gonna knock on the door and I'm gonna just steal everything that's in the throne room. Because that definitely helps. Some of the Disney people who make the Disney castle, I just kinda don't know how to react to them. But, oh well. I mean, yeah, basically here, Donald goes, the king is missing, oh god, King Mickey, no! And just sort of reads a note, which for the most part, just, spoiler alert, well not really spoiler, just kind of says, I'm going out, go find the Keyblade wielder, which at this point we don't know what a Keyblade is. And really, we just kind of don't know what it is in general. And now Goofy, the other companion of Donald in Kingdom Hearts. And that flower bed seems very 2D. There we go. In case you didn't hear, that said Pit Fa. That sounds nothing like thunder, even in duck speak.
Hey there, Donald. Good
oh yeah, Donald's a horrible friend. So let me get this straight. Your friend is sleeping, so you cast an electric bolt to smash him in the gut. Couldn't that kill Goofy? I mean, especially since he's wearing electric armor. Maybe it's just because he's Goofy, but I mean,
good morning, ladies.
Seriously, that's really painful to anyone who's not Goofy. Anyway, though, oh, it seems like the princess and the queen have been spying on this whole conversation. Or really, they just kind of walked in at a bad moment for Donald. Anyway, though, here is basically the beginning of the second segment. So, please rate, comment, subscribe if you like the video. To follow Ivor Gaming, keep comments, please. And I bid you all farewell.